Gwinnett County Police have now arrested a man wanted for stabbing another driver during a case of road rage this month. 25-year-old Eugene Brantz turned himself in after seeing news reports that police were looking for him. But in a strange twist, the man stabbed is being charged as well. Joe Hankey explains why.
With this picture in hand, Gwinnett County Police began searching for a man wanted for stabbing another driver. 38-year-old Jesse Cole told police he snapped the photo of a man driving away after the man stabbed him on the side of the road in Buford. Detectives say it happened at a red light near Little Mill Road and Peachtree Industrial Boulevard. After police released the picture, they received a call.
We immediately got a phone call from a person claiming to be the other party, the one who was driving the vehicle and the one who did the stabbing, essentially. That was Mr. Brantz.
25-year-old Eugene Brantz turned himself into police yesterday and is now in jail for aggravated assault, a felony charge. And since turning himself into Gwinnett County Police, I'm told Brantz talked with detectives and provided his side of the story. Here's what police are now telling us. Brantz and Cole found themselves in a road rage incident, and at some point during that incident, the two men got out of their cars near the intersection. Then they found themselves in a physical altercation as the two confronted each other. Brantz told detectives Cole hit him several times in the head. He even showed detectives bruises he said he got in that fight. Cole originally told detectives Brantz pulled out a pocket knife and stabbed him several times. After whatever happened, I'm told both men then got back into their cars and went their separate ways. After the two men drove off is when police were called and detectives started their investigation. Detectives, though, did not buy all of Brantz's story.
They eventually determined that the stabbing was not in self-defense, as Mr. Brantz was implying basically in his story.
Arrest warrants detail Brantz stabbing Cole repeatedly, injuring his arm, back, and lung. Detectives have talked with Cole and say he is expected to make a full recovery and then will also head to jail.
He has been informed of the charges, and he's just going to turn himself in when he's medically able to be booked into the jail.
And that is when Cole will be formally charged with battery for his role in what led up to this picture. In Gwinnett County, I'm Joe Hankey, 11 Alive News.